Acho que não era melhor.
Both my ear and my self-esteem would hurt for days. But at least I had a new lead to follow. The surgeon.
Consegui algo.
The bastard had avoided my scrutiny by passing as a hospital doctor. But now, all of my senses were on guard. No matter how good the disguise, or how well he hid, I would find him.
Tá, eu tenho algo. O que importa é que eu tenho a pista pra seguir e que eu não estou no total escuro.
So, what you're saying is, one, there's a corruption scandal involving all kinds of athletes. Two, our puppet master is a surgeon named Mitchell, a man who happened to fight in the war with Dunn, right?
Por enquanto.
Every lead I've found points to him.
Anyway, where was I? Number 3, right? 3. Since Dunn was on his trail, Mitchell hired an anteater to get rid of him. Then, since you were also shaking the wasp's nest, he went after you. But the anteater made a mistake, and Mitchell killed him to cover his own tracks. And, wait, 4. The key to all this lies with a common friend of Dunn's and Mitchell's, Craig Spenow. Do you really trust him?
Até agora não tenho motivo pra desconfiar.
I think he didn't lie to us. Although he might not know the whole truth.
4. No, I mean 5. Dunn was murdered 4 days after taking Speno to his house. If that doesn't make him suspect, makes sense, doesn't it?
Não faz sentido.
Nah, it doesn't add up.
Why not?
Just a hunch.
Let's follow up with the suspects. You told Smirnoff you're convinced that Yale is innocent.
Mm-hmm.
But what about O'Leary? 6.
Nah, I know O'Leary, and he wouldn't have sent a hitman. He would have taken matters into his own hands.
What about Cassidy? 7, right?
Esquece.
Esse já demonstra.
Não, sim, eu tô ligado, mas... E o negócio do cara foi planejado, tipo... Aqui, cuidadosamente.
I think it's safe to rule out Cassidy as Dunn's murderer. He seems too impulsive to have planned such a twisted crime. Whoever planned the whole thing knew the suicide theory would fall through. So he manipulated the clues to incriminate Yale. Cassidy is too impulsive to pull off such an intricate plan.
So, you're right. Mitchell is the one pulling the strings. And you know why? Because in novels, the murderer is always someone the detective knows from the beginning.
Well, that could be the case in British novels. You know, where everyone in the mansion where the murder took place is a suspect. But this might just be an American whodunit, where the detective doesn't even meet the culprit until the last scene.
You mean we still don't know who's pulling the strings?
I didn't say that. How did it go with Helen Moore?
I didn't get anything, even though it started out really well. I asked to interview her along with her boyfriend, Al Stone. Since I'm a big shot, they were happy to oblige. Perfect. Now, time for the interview. I'll go back and forth so you don't get bored. So, who goes first? Here's one for both of you. What do you think about sports on television? Is it good for business, or will it make it all more for the masses?
More for the masses, for sure, but also more fair. Ever since television came along, there's no place for corrupt athletes or rigged games. In the old days, athletes succumbed to corruption scandals because they didn't make enough money. Because no matter how large a stadium is, space is limited. But thanks to TV and advertising, my generation has put an end to corruption.
Now that's a headline. Okay, now. Here's a question for Al. Your manager is Frank Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
We never talk politics, honey. Athletes should steer clear of controversy and stay focused on their sport. Don't you think?
Yeah, that's right.
Moving on.
It's okay.
Time for a picture.
How should we pose?
Show me your profiles. Back to back. Wonderful. You two should be models. Now what? Here's one for Helen. Dating a boxer can be dangerous. Aren't you afraid that those blows to the head will take a toll on his intellectual capacity?
Honey, take a look at my man and then look at yourself. You really think I'm with him because of his intellectual capacity?
Helen!
Write this down. Nothing will change my man. His smarts, manliness, and integrity are all boxing proof.
Ok.
Okay, one more question. And
Al, honey, can you answer it? I've gotta go say hi to a fan. I'll be right back, Mr. Pulitzer.
Wait. You mean she stopped smiling when that fan showed up?
yeah.
Could you describe him for me?
I'll be able to show you something as soon as I'm done developing these pictures. And actually, I thought it was odd too. So while I continued to interview Stone, I managed to take some pictures of Moore and whoever her mysterious fan was. All right, so where were we? In just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt. Any thoughts on your fight against Yale?
Well, supposedly the odds are in my favor, but there is no such thing as a weak rival. And, you know, Bobby Yale might be young and going through a rough patch, but he's had an amazing streak, so I'll do my best.
Let's get that picture taken. Let's see what you think about this. Close your eyes and rest your chin on your fist. The boxing thinker.
Like these?
Exactly.
Ok, eu tava tentando mudar pro...
Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one. What's with me today? Don't move, please.
Tira dele.
Now we got it. Should we keep at it? Your manager is Frank Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
Cassidy is a great manager, really. No complaints there. And the work he's putting in as president of the association is really valuable. But, I don't know, maybe in this case, Joe Dunn was right. Wait, no. Could you keep that last comment off the record? You know, on a down low.
My lips are sealed. I'm going to take one more, all right? Turn around and show me those biceps from behind.
Like that?
That's it. What's up with me? Stand still. I'll take it again. I can't seem to get it right. Don't move.
E tinha escamas.
It's about time. Finally, we're all set.
Wait. So, are you telling me the photos are developed? Or is that what you said to Stone?
Both. Just look.
Who's that guy?
I know he's not a fan. You should have seen her face when she saw him.
Dá pra ver ali que não é muito feliz a face.
How much do you think each bicep weighs?
A lot. But less than your tongue.
You're hilarious.
I think she only smokes when she's nervous. What was making her nervous?
Certo cara de lagarto.
I nailed it, didn't I? The perfect couple, leaning on each other. Just like you and me, pal.
Steady there, cowboy.
Cowboy.
Look at his hand. Is he pulling something out of Moore's purse? Or putting it in?
Aquela ali eu acho que é a foto que termina tudo, então deixa eu ver o resto.
The boxing thinker, the boxing poet. Boxing just might turn out to be the intellectual sport of choice. That's a decent picture, but it doesn't tell the truth.
Huh? Of course it's the truth. I was there.
Stone isn't as strong as he looks, and Moore certainly doesn't need him to lift her up. I've seen that matchbox before. Wait, that's him.
Who?
Mitchell, the surgeon.
Seriously? We got him.
Not yet.
Right. We still have to find him. Hey, pal. Did you hear what I just said? We need to keep looking at all those pictures. We need a clue that'll take us to Mitchell. Hey, see? There. Just like I was saying.
Iguana.
Eu não me preocupo mais com iguanas depois que a última que eu conheci foi de caixa.
O cara de iguana morreu, velho.
Não. Morreu, mano, lembra? Ah não, morreu não, né? É, eu confundi com a águia. True, verdade.
A águia tomou o balaço de 12 na boca.
É.
Brawls aren't even the worst part of my job. Sure, you may take a beating, but at least you get the chance to defend yourself. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff. Your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive.
Vamos trazer livro, né, mano?
People were finally leaving the place. The bar was about to close. And I hadn't seen Mitchell go in or out. I had no choice.
La iguana.
I see you took me up on my invitation. And you're smart. You knew not to come until my anti-fur regulars had all cleared out.
I can't say no to good advice.
Or good bourbon.
Ele ainda tá com papo de texano.
Aham.
Here's looking at you, Mr. What was your name?
As far as I knew, La Iguana always stayed neutral. He played poker with Cassidy, but his joint was used as the gambling drop-off for O'Leary's operation. Did it make sense to keep faking it? Or was it too dangerous not to?
Well, same difference. Here at
Okay.
La Iguana, we don't care who you are, much less who you'd like to be.
Ok.
You're a natural. That sure beats your poker game.
This here's much easier. No cheating.
You barely flinched when Cassidy decided to teach that ego a lesson.
What do you want a fella to say?
I've done it myself. Indiana.
Between you and me, partner, this ain't my first showdown. We all got our own lethal barber.
Damn it.
Well, nobody's perfect.
Eu só tenho um damage sem sotaque,
What do
mano.
you really want with Cassidy? I can't say it's clear to me.
I'm looking to start a boxing managers association in Texas. I could really use Cassidy's know-how.
Don't worry about it. I was only curious. So, what about me? What do you want from me? No one comes to La Iguana just to drink and play pool.
I'm here looking for a regular of yours, Dr. Angus Mitchell.
What for?
The police is on his tail.
The police is on his trail. I'm just looking to warn him.
Sure. Tell you what, I'll talk to Mitchell. Come back tomorrow night.
You don't understand. I have to talk to him, or else.
Or else what?
Você tem que fazer uma ameaça consistente, mano.
Eu sei.
Não pode mudar um. I got friends.
Eu acho que a D é a mais ameaçadora de todos pra ele.
Eu sei,
Outro
mano.
sai daí.
Eu vou de D.
Outro sai bom.
I don't think Cassidy would be too happy about the role this here dump plays in old Leary's gambling operation. You follow me?
Son of a bitch. All right. Give me your phone number, and I'll give you a call when Mitchell shows up.
No. You're gonna call him right now, and you're gonna give him this message.
Huh.
Agora parou.
When you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff, your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive. It's so bad that your thoughts spiral in a never-ending loop. Like when you're stuck in your car, on surveillance duty. The owner of La Iguana was supposed to tell Mitchell that a certain anteater was still alive, and that it was only a matter of time before he ratted him out. With a bit of luck, that would make him nervous enough to force his hand. Now all I had to do was follow him.
Minigame de follow, André?
Não, acho que não. Se tivesse, eu acho que seria um pouco cursed, mano. É quando os controles seriam melhores do que quando ele tá andando normal. Opa. Nossa, raio.png ali atrás. Falar com o Laiguana até que foi de boa, mano. Eu lembro desse bicho.
He went in without it. I wonder what's in it.
We'll be just fine, don't worry. Gil, stand guard right here. If the cat shows up, you know what to do. I'll be back in an hour.
Nice.
Explodiu de
Could I take him by surprise from over there? Although I don't know how I'd get there.
Olha só, consegui. O poder do TP é incrível.
Boa noite.
Boa noite.
Boa noite.
Of course, he's Randall Lee's partner. I should be careful. When they gave me a beating, I could see he was kinda trigger happy.
Só queria subir uma escada. É uma área bem grande que tem pra explorar aqui.
E vem passar pro celular, que eu quero fazer outra.
Ok. Nice. Finalmente um meio de locomoção rápido. Ha!
Andrei,
Oi.
vai passar rapidão?
Ah, o que foi?
Pode ir no Discord e me dar um cargo específico.
Qual cargo?
Tudo nada.
Qual cargo? Ah, é pro seu celular?
Me dê o cargo pro meu celular do meu cargo de primeira geração. Porque eu não consigo entrar
Só
na
tem random. Ok, eu tô vendo aqui. Pronto, botei gamer e primeira geração.
Obrigado. Pronto.
Daí até começou a travar.
Sim. Nice. Não, era pra... Ok. Pois é, eu sabia que eu tinha que esperar mais. O problema é que é muito tempo de animação, velho. Pelo amor de Deus.
Quem que se dá?
Aham, dá pra escutar. Baixinho, mas dá.
O cara aí queria pular só.
Ele tá vendo? Nesse momento que já deveria pular, mano. Aí o cara... Stay put. Ok. Quando ele estiver vindo... Mais rápido. Ah! E já foi demais.
Eu acho que essa parada aí não foi muita diferença não. Só pra ti.
De ficar esperando o momento certo da animação?
Sim.
Relaxa, vai dar certo agora. Observe. É, ok.
Eu não sei porque você achou que isso ia... Meu Deus.
Não, quando ele tivesse de costas, empurrava ele ali da escada, aí ele caiu uma altura maior. Era isso que eu tava pensando. Então, legítimo tem que ficar o quê? Esperando o tempo acabar?
Não, tem que pensar em alguma outra coisa, né?
Não, deixa eu botar o tempo pra acabar, o que acontece. Ah, nice.
I did mess up a guy's face with an extinguisher once, but this kind is too heavy for my current needs.
Saquei. Que coisa útil para se encontrar no telhado.
Amassado.
É, não. Isso é um bom ou mau sinal?